And the last question this week comes from Kent Brock. And Kent says, "Hello from Ireland. Love your podcast. I listen to every episode from you on iTunes. Keep up the awesome work." Thank you so much, Kent. It is awesome to have you as a follower. When are we going to learn how Maz got Luke's lightsaber? I was watching The Force Awakens again the other day, and it dawned on me we don't have anything about it at all. I feel like that question is consuming my soul. When do you think we'll get that story, and how do you think Maz got it? Thanks for the question, Kent. And that's something that we haven't had answered yet. That's been a mystery for almost going on 4 years now. Well, 3 years, just over 3 years. How did Maz get Luke's lightsaber? There's been speculation about how Episode 7 was supposed to open, how you saw Luke's hand in the saber floating through space. It started going through the atmosphere. The hand burned away. But that's not canon. Yeah, that was at some point part of the draft, but it was never canon. And that is a question we have yet to be answered. It'll probably get answered after Episode 9. Or maybe we'll actually see how it happened in Episode 9. Who knows? At this point, that saber is destroyed. It's pulled in half. It's been destroyed. Maybe Rey goes back to Maz and says, "How do I fix this? You've had it for so long. I don't know anything about fixing lightsabers. How do you fix this?" And maybe while she's fixing it, she tells Rey where it came from, how she got it. Who knows? Because even Han looked at that thing and was like, "Where did you get that?" And she was very vague with the answer. You and I both know this. A great question for another time. When is that time going to come? When are we going to get that? Because as simple as that is, as simple as a question as that is, it's a great question. It was just this small little side note, this little side mystery that they decided to drop into 7. But it's like itching in the back of our brains, like an itch we can't scratch. It's a great question. How did she get it? Personally, you ask about how I think she got it. Personally, I would go with Luke gave it to her. I think at some point maybe Luke got his hands back on it, hand back on it. Or maybe there's a whole story about how she got it. Maybe that's a novel waiting to happen. Think about the EU for a second. What happened with Luke's lightsaber? What happened with Luke's hand? The Imperial Remnant got a hold of it and cloned Luke and made Luke, the evil Luke, with his hand. We don't know that that's canon. We don't know that something like that happened in canon. But the Imperial Remnant got that lightsaber again. That lightsaber came back into the old EU also. Maybe there's a novel getting ready to come out, or not getting ready to, but at some point going to come out about how the Imperial Remnant, or what was left of it, or maybe even the First Order, tried to find Luke Skywalker, couldn't do it, wanted to maybe lure him out with his lightsaber, maybe wanted to get his hand and clone him. We don't know. It could be anything. And maybe somebody got a hold of that saber, and the First Order was trying to track it down so damn hard that they took it to Maz to hide. It's possible. Obviously, it's not a simple answer, because she would have just told Han at that point, quickly. Blah, 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 blah. That's how I got it. Obviously, there's more to it than that. So there's probably going to be this whole drawn-out story about how she got it, what happened with it, how it was found, how it got from the pits of Bespin to Takodana. It's probably going to happen at some point. So odds are after Episode 9, once we get through Episode 9, I would start keeping an eye out for it. As of now, I don't think any novels have really been announced that could touch on something like that. But maybe this journey to whatever the title for Episode 9 is going to be will maybe lend some information for it. So I'm really excited for it, and I hope we get some answers soon. So I personally, I can't answer that question, but it is a great question. So, well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. As time goes, we'll see how it goes. So thank you for the question, though, Kent. I do appreciate it. So